There is a version of you that woke up this morning, and the very first thought was something unkind. Not about the day, not about what you had to do, about yourself. Maybe it was, "I can't believe I said that." Or the quieter one, "Why am I always like this?" Or the one with no words at all, just a weight, already there before you even opened your eyes. If that is you, please don't close this video. This is exactly where you need to be. I want to tell you something that took me a long time to understand. That voice. The one that sounds so sure of itself. The one that has a list of everything you've done wrong ready before breakfast. That voice is not the truth. It is a symptom. And today, we are going to look at it carefully, gently, together. Because depression, guilt, and shame have three things in common. They all lie, they all isolate, and they all lose their power the moment you stop facing them alone. So stay. This video is not going to tell you to think positive. It is not going to give you a morning routine. It is going to tell you the truth about what is happening inside you, and then give you something real. Something you can actually do. Today, right now, in this room. Let's begin. Most people think depression is sadness. It is not. Sadness is an emotion. It comes, it moves through you, it leaves. Depression is a lens. And when you look at yourself through that lens, you don't see yourself. You see a version of yourself that has been cropped, filtered, and edited to remove everything good and magnify everything broken. Every mistake is louder. Every unkind thing you ever said is still playing. Every moment you fell short, framed and lit like it's the only thing in the room. And everything you did right, gone. Not because it didn't happen, but because depression doesn't archive those. Here is what makes it particularly cruel. Depression does not attack you from the outside. It moves in. It uses your own mind, your own memory, your own intelligence. The smarter you are, the better it is at building the case against you. And here is something the science is very clear about. This is not weakness. This is a neurological state. The part of your brain responsible for perspective, for being able to step back and see yourself fairly, is functionally impaired when you are depressed. You are not seeing clearly. You are not seeing reality. You are seeing depression's version of you. And those are not the same thing. So before we go any further, I want you to hear this once, clearly. The worst things you believe about yourself right now are not objective facts. They are symptoms, and symptoms can change. When a harsh thought about yourself arrives today, say this silently. I am having the thought that blank. Not I am worthless, but I am having the thought that I am worthless. That tiny gap between you and the thought, that is where your freedom lives. You don't have to fix the thought, just name it as a thought. Depression works in layers, and the three it uses most are guilt, shame, and self-blame. They sound similar. They are not. Guilt says, I did something bad. Shame says, I am bad. Self-blame says, everything bad is because of me. Notice how each one goes deeper. Guilt is about a moment. Shame is about your whole self. Self-blame turns you into the cause of every painful thing in your life. Guilt, in its original form, is actually healthy. It means you have a conscience. It means you care about how you affect other people. That is not a flaw. That is integrity. But depression takes that healthy signal and puts it on a loop. Long after anything could be done, long after anyone needs you to feel it, it just keeps playing. Not to help you heal, only to hurt you. Shame goes deeper because shame doesn't point to something you did. It points to who you are. And once you believe that you, your whole self, are the problem, you stop asking for help. You go quiet. You pull back. You convince yourself that the people who love you are better off not having to deal with you. That is not a character flaw. That is what shame does to every human being it touches. It is designed to isolate, and self-blame is the story that ties it all together. The relationship that didn't work, the job, the friendship, the family, the version of your life you imagined that never arrived. Depression puts all of it in front of you and says, that was you. And the terrifying thing is, it is convincing because you were there. You were involved. So it must be your fault, right? No, life is not that simple. Every relationship involves two people. Every circumstance involves timing, chance, and other people's choices. Choices you had no control over. You are not the author of every painful thing that has happened in your life. You were present. That is not the same as responsible. And yet, depression needs you to believe you are. Because if you believe you are the problem, you will never look for support. You will keep trying to fix something inside yourself instead of seeing clearly that what needs to change is the lens. The next time you are being harsh with yourself, ask this one question. Would I say this to someone I love? If the answer is no, you have found the lie. You deserve the same grace you would give without hesitation to anyone else. Start there, just once today. I know what the voice is saying right now. This all makes sense, but it doesn't apply to me. I actually am the problem. My case is different. That voice is very good at its job, but let me offer you something. Not a list of affirmations, just a few true things. First, you have survived every single worst day of your life so far. 100% of the days you were certain would break you did not break you. You are still here. You found this video. You are still searching. That is not nothing. That is everything. Second, the fact that you feel guilt means you have values. The fact that you feel shame means you care deeply about who you are. The fact that you blame yourself means you are someone who takes responsibility. Depression has taken those qualities and turned them into weapons against you, but they are yours. They belong to you. And when the distortion clears, those same qualities become some of your greatest strengths. Third, you don't have to be okay yet. You don't have to feel it. You don't have to believe it. You just have to be willing, even the smallest, most tired kind of willing, to take one step. That is enough to start. And finally, you deserve to feel okay. Not perfect, not euphoric, not a version of yourself that has it all figured out. Just okay. Just the quiet, ordinary feeling of waking up and not immediately hating yourself. You deserve that, not because you have earned it, not because you have suffered enough, simply because you are here, and being here is enough. Now let's talk about what to actually do, not in theory, right now, today, in the body you are in. 1. Name the voice. When the thought arrives, I am worthless, I always ruin things, no one really cares, don't fight it. Don't try to replace it with something positive. Just say, quietly, inside. That's the depression talking. That small act of naming creates a gap. And in that gap, you exist, separate from the thought. You are the one who noticed it. That means it is not you. 2. Write 3 things you did right this week. Not big things. Anything. You made a meal. You replied to one message. You got out of bed when you didn't want to. You kept breathing on a day when breathing felt like effort. These are real. Depression doesn't count them. You count them. 3. Break the silence by 1 degree. You do not have to tell anyone everything. You do not have to explain. Send one message to one person. It can be as simple as, "I've been having a hard time. I just wanted to reach out." That's it. That one sentence has ended more isolation than any perfect explanation ever has. 4. Move your body, just for 2 minutes. I know. When you are in the depths of it, being told to go for a walk feels like an insult. So I am not telling you to go for a walk. I am telling you to stand up and walk to the window, or stretch your arms above your head, or sit outside for 60 seconds. 2 minutes of movement changes what is happening in your nervous system. It is not a cure. It is a breath of air in a closed room. And sometimes that is exactly enough to change the quality of the next hour. 5. Treat yourself like someone worth caring for. Not because you feel like it, not because you believe it yet. As an experiment, drink water, eat something warm, open the curtains. When depression has you, these are acts of resistance. This is what you are saying with your body. I am still here. I am still choosing. And if the thoughts have gone somewhere darker, please reach out to a person, to a helpline, to anyone. You do not have to explain everything. You only have to say the following: I am not okay and I need someone. That is enough. That is more than enough. Before this video ends, pick one of these 5. Just one. Name the voice. Write 3 things. Send 1 message. Move for 2 minutes. Drink a glass of water. 1. Right now, not when you feel ready. With depression, action comes first. The feeling follows. Always. I want to leave you with one last thing. The worst version of yourself that depression shows you. The one made of every mistake, every failure, every moment of weakness. That is not a portrait. That is a selection. A deliberately cruel, carefully edited selection that leaves out everything that matters. It leaves out the moments you showed up for someone when you were barely holding on yourself. It leaves out the kindness you offered without thinking, and then forgot you offered. It leaves out the fact that you are still searching, still caring, still, somewhere inside, refusing to fully give up. That refusal is you. That is also completely, undeniably you. And the version of you on the other side of this, the one who has learned to speak to themselves with a little more gentleness, that person is not a fantasy. That person is the natural result of you deciding today to be 1 small degree kinder to yourself than you were yesterday. You don't have to heal all at once. You just have to decide, right now, in this moment, that you are worth the effort, because you always were. The illness just made it hard to see that. Take care of yourself. I mean that. Write this somewhere before you close the video. Your notes app, a piece of paper, anywhere you'll see it. Despite everything, I'm still blank. Finish it honestly. Not perfectly. Just honestly. Maybe it's, despite everything, I am still trying. Maybe it's simply, despite everything, I am still here. That sentence is yours. That's the truth depression hasn't been able to take from you. If this video reached you, share it, not for me, but because someone in your life is lying awake right now with that voice in their head, and they need to know they are not alone. Leave a comment, even just a full stop. It matters more than you know.